Hey guys, this week on Cold Film Review, we're talking about the trauma classic, Class of Nuke 'Em High. So you know what? Let's just start the show.
Hollywood system stole our sex and co-opted our violence, so there's nothing left for our kinds of movies.
Ruby.
I did not hit her. It's not true.
Klopex?
Klopex. Klopek.
Up yours, baby.
Me and Bubba, my little brother, listen to you every night.
Where in the hell are we?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Hey guys, so this week, by the way, I'm your host, Cody Everett, and I got the whole, I know, I always do this. I always go right into it, and then I always forget to introduce us.
It's all right.
I'm your host, Cody Everett. My co-hosts are here, Chris, Kyle, and Mike, as always.
Should we say hi or something?
Yeah, sure.
Hello.
Hello.
How was your day?
Hello. Yeah.
Hi.
There it is. I sound a little raspy. I've been sick for like the last 2 weeks. I can't get over it. I don't know what's going on, but whatever. I slept like 100 hours last week.
Nice.
Yesterday.
That's like 3 days.
That was like yesterday. So we're talking about Class of Nuke 'Em High. Trauma classic. Kind of want to get into it. If you don't know the story, basically, it's about a high school in Tromaville that is too close to a nuclear plant, and they have a little accident, and it leaks into the high school, and it starts changing the students, and eventually the students kind of take over the school, and a monster comes out, and they blow it up with a laser.
Is that what happens?
That's a brilliant synopsis of this film.
I love
all that goddamn happens.
It's pretty much what happens.
You don't even have to watch
Cody
the film, people.
Cody was struggling with that description. Like he was like, "Is this what happened?" I mean,
it
kind of happened. I don't know.
There was definitely some students there.
Something happened.
Yeah, I think I
Something
saw
happened.
something.
That's how it happened.
Something happened for an hour and 30 minutes to my life, and I don't know what it was.
Doesn't that make you want to go watch it?
No.
All right. Let's talk about it.
Hey!
So it came out in what, 1986, same year as Labyrinth. Class of Nuke 'Em High it cost $2 million to make. Anyone shocked by that?
Yeah. I'm a little shocked. I don't know where the $2 million went.
I don't know
really,
either.
Like, good for them.
Maybe it went to those mats, those awesome mats.
Yeah,
Those mats were
matte paintings.
fantastic.
I like how they like progressively were getting like darker, like progressively more and more out of frame or something.
He loved those mats. There's more establishing shots in this film. It's probably a half an hour full of establishing shots.
I think there is, yeah.
Probably something around that.
But this is a trauma film. I mean, you've
got to remind
okay.
people where they're at. There's not going to be any exposition
And
to
we're
explain.
back at the high school, and the nuclear power plant, and the high school, and thank you for that. It's exactly
that's it.
all day long. Somebody hitting a keyboard repeatedly.
This was this is 2 years after the Toxic Avenger, which we also covered.
Yeah.
Early on, first episode actually.
Yeah.
Do you think there was a significant improvement in filmmaking from Toxic Avenger to this film?
Yes.
I felt like this one was more ambitious. For
I
sure.
agree.
Like,
Maybe I'll say like. Well, no. You know what? Honestly, I mean, I didn't see a whole. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There was a improvement in filmmaking in terms of like technical. Maybe they bought a better lens or something for the camera. But in terms of writing, I feel like writing went down.
Writing definitely went down. I will say that the monster at the end was semi-impressive.
The monster was good.
Yeah, better than anything I saw in.
Which is great
Toxic
because it
Avenger.
was never completed, and that's why it was always shot in pieces.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it looked great.
It did. It
good.
did for what it looked like.
you
Yeah.
slap enough slime on it, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
like some cool lighting.
And
It's
some porcupine,
Needles.
That's all you need to
Yeah.
do. That's all you need to do.
That's it.
well, I
That's
will
how they made the Predator.
Throw some glue on it, call it done.
I feel like if there
Some glue
ever
and some
was
googly
like
eyes.
a company that is so triumphant in true independent filmmaking, it would be Troma.
Oh, agree.
I mean, they get it done no matter what, and it can look so terrible, but there's a charm to a Troma film that keeps you coming back.
This was like the thing I liked. I liked about this, and what I compared it to was I said, "This is Troma's American Pie."
Why?
It's the same fucking story.
I guess yeah.
It's just all the friends trying to get laid.
That's
In
any
high school.
story.
There's
That's
yeah.
any high school. That's Porky's.
smoking radioactive marijuana together.
They smoked radioactive.
I remember that in
but,
American
like-
Pie, don't you?
No, what I'm saying
That's
is
why
it-
his name
it's a-
was Stifler.
It's a trauma version of it. Like it's like the
What?
trauma's version of the teenage
Yeah.
sex comedy.
Yeah, yeah.
I used
There you go.
American Pie as example.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
I
Yeah.
agree. Okay, I'll agree with that.
Sure.
I feel like there's a lot.
Cool, Kyle. Thanks.
Well, okay, so there's.
That's all I got.
I feel like in trauma films though, it's like they always have a super extreme situations that you're like, oh my god, they did that. But why do you think it is that trauma can get away with doing that? Is it because they take like a Three Stooges comedic
Yes.
mentality with
Yeah,
it? Like,
all
Even
of their
yes,
films are
because
very tongue-in-cheek.
even I'm glad you said that because even as they're going into the hospital, over the loudspeaker, they're saying Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine, Dr. Howard, which is a reference to the Three Stooges.
oh, well, there you go. I mean, I definitely see it, and I see like
They do it with more.
Chaplin even in some of this stuff. It's
They
just
do it with
so,
more sex. Though.
Yeah.
That's how Lloyd Kaufman came up with the idea of trauma. He was watching the Three Stooges and he said, "You know what this film is missing? Tits and slime." And then he said,
Well,
"There we
Toxic
go."
waste.
It's been a
Trauma
great
was invented.
formula for them.
Yeah, it's worked out very
It's
well.
been a great formula for him. It's worked out pretty.
He's
damn
just
well.
been remaking Three Stooges skits into feature-length films with toxic slime and
years.
tits for years.
You
That's all
don't
he
you
does.
don't know that. That's episode 3 of the Stooges.
Yeah.
That's all this was. This is the Three Stooges go back to high school.
I disagree.
You didn't see that episode? It was in 1923.
Is that?
Us-
No, I'm making this shit
Oh,
up.
yeah. If you're gonna make it up, at least get the timing about right.
So, obviously, there's some things that you two don't like about it. I feel like talking about Kyle and
Oh
Mike.
no, I love this film.
Oh, Mike
So
loves it.
good.
I'm just joking.
So I guess like what didn't you like though? What stood out to you the most? What's the most number one thing you didn't like?
The
After you.
Oh my god. All right, let's see. What stood out the most? The lack of the writing. The lack of writing. This movie
It's
does not really have
it's dick and fart jokes.
a cohesive story. I just feel like it's a bunch of random scenes smashed together. Like Mike described it great when we were watching it. He said when Lloyd Kaufman was thinking of the idea, he's like, toxic waste gets into a school, shenanigans ensue, and then they just filmed various different shenanigans happening, and that's it.
Well, I think it's kind of okay. So it's odd to say this, but there's kind of rules in the Traumaverse, right? Like toxic waste has to get involved for someone to turn into something or become something.
Because of the
Sure.
Cold War.
Yeah, I was hoping the Cold War would come up tonight.
It is.
But there's trauma. That's why I wrote trauma-isms. Like there's always these kinds of things that you understand about their universe, and
And bad writing's part of
pretty
it.
much, yeah. it
But
is,
I
yeah.
want to say though, this film,
Plus, I don't give a fart what you think.
I don't
unlike
give a wet fart what you think.
well, then I'm not gonna say anything. Unlike Toxic Avenger, which I felt had a plot, like it's like here's this geeky kid, he
Yeah.
comes to Toxic Slime, he becomes a superhero, saves this horrible people from danger. It's a superhero film, but with
Sure.
a toxic guy, and he's trying to clean up the streets with a
Yes.
mop, literally.
Yeah,
right?
I
This is what
It's all about a teenage boy trying to get through puberty, but he
Here
has been
comes the puberty thing again.
yeah, but he's been
a lot of running themes here.
he's been exposed to toxic waste, so it's changing him physically and emotionally.
it changes him for like
just like puberty.
10 minutes. His dick gets bigger in a dream.
See, but no, look.
Yeah, that dick
look,
is like
look,
10
look,
feet
look.
tall.
He beats somebody up. In a,
Toxic Avenger is just one character that is affected by this. They said we're going to give you multiple characters that are affected by toxic
Yeah,
waste.
but the
in this
difference
So
the
it's an
difference
ensemble
is the
thing?
writing in Toxic Avenger is good. There's a story there. There's characters like that you
I felt like
care
this
about
had
or
that
you
too.
hate.
I
and
felt like
there's
this had
just
that too.
No, I
Yeah, for
couldn't
sure
give a
it
shit.
did.
Yeah, dude, Warren
Warren?
had to get laid
And you liked Warren.
because he was so stuck up, and I like Warren.
Warren was
Warren's
a nice
good leading man.
He's a good dude. Like
He's a
he
good leading man.
When she was getting all hot and horny and like rubbing all over herself, he was like, "Whoa, hey, what's going on? I didn't see this coming." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's an
Yeah.
innocent dude, so you're kind of like, "All right."
Okay.
Most dudes would be like, "All right, I'm all over that." Right? Not
Chrissy-
not Warren. Chrissy, yeah,
is a great girl too. She's just a goody goody also.
and all their friends are like these like degenerates,
Yeah.
like that just want to bone and smoke weed and all this stuff, and they're just like these little like. Do you guys have friends like that in your circles
No,
in high
look,
school?
I understand there are characters that fit a certain archetype, but like it's just like Cody says. It's like, okay, so some slime hits a high school, and then this kid gets laid, and then she gives birth to a little thing, and then all of a sudden, the guys who inexplicably change for no reason and turn into this gang
It's
of
not for no
cretins,
reason.
Yeah.
They insinuate kind of that the radioactivity had something to do with
They
it.
were
I'm assuming.
smoking weed from the radioactive plant.
Right,
and
but
it
you
was
know what?
causing them to change. So apparently,
other two-
smoking it doesn't turn you as fast.
The other two,
And you
the
don't-
other two kids didn't turn, but she gave birth to a little tiny alien baby.
That's true.
So
Well,
like,
that's
why
not true.
it's just so
Warren kind of turns. He changes.
he
The teacher when
When he gets mad, he's
kisses-
kind of like the Hulk.
yeah, for the better though. He only goes after bad guys. He's like the Toxic Avenger. He only goes after bad guys. These other kids are constantly just assholes.
because they changed-
That's all they do is turn
Yeah.
into assholes.
They weirdly changed to the opposite of what they were because they were the
They were the goody
honor
kids. Yeah, they
they
were
were
the
honor
kids.
students. They were in the
right.
and they all turned into the cretins. But they were but it was also saying something about yuppies from the 80s. It was basically saying like yuppies from the 80s are like the real. I feel like it was saying like yuppies from the 80s are like the real punk rock, like
Well, they're like,
asshole.
aren't they the
gang.
punk? That the generation of punk rockers growing up? Maybe no,
No, that's because it's
no,
86.
not really. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then okay, so then the kids take over the school, and then that's where it's like 3/4 in the film where that happens, and I'm like, okay, so now it's a hero has to save the girl from the
Yeah.
evil thing,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden,
Chrissy!
boom, alien or radioactive monster
Monster,
beast.
No,
Yeah.
that was just like a little side story until the end.
It's a side story that absolutely sums up the entire film because he doesn't kill a goddamn one of those guys, and this thing
That's
just
true.
takes care of the day, like just saves the day.
Because he's
and then they
they
got to
keep
kill
him-
that too.
Which is odd. Because in a trauma film, they keep him good throughout the film. Because he didn't even want to smoke pot. They threw the pot in his mouth.
yeah, literally
do.
land. How do you do that?
Well, he was like, what was the name of the Toxic Avenger? Lenny?
Oh, it
Who was the
Melvin.
Melvin.
Yeah.
He was a good.
Yeah, Lenny.
He was no whatever.
It's the same kind of setup, honestly.
It's the
as-
same kid.
yeah.
Same kid. Except this guy was kind of like couldn't tell if he
He was
a
a jock. He was a jock.
He
I
was a
thought it was
jock?
kind of
Yeah.
funny that the first kid that gets it real bad is like the nerdiest, most picked on kid in the school, and he just gets like that's what I like about traumas. They don't hold back. Like they're like, we could be like, no, this is the underdog, and he's gonna make it, but instead they just wipe him out so hard.
But
like,
see, that's also where I kind of disagree with you. I felt like watching this movie, Trauma held back a lot. And we're going to talk about that more when we come back.
That's how things going with Chrissy, if you know what I mean.
Hey, Joey, keep your hands off of me, okay? So how things going, man? What are you talking about? I mean, you ever gonna get in her pants? Joey, you little faggot ass, off of me! Joey, I hope it wasn't something I said. Come on, Joey, come on.
All right, guys, so we're back and we're talking about Class of Nukem High. I was saying before we took a break, I actually don't feel like they went very far with the violence in this one. Actually, this was pretty tame for a trauma movie.
I don't think I agree with that. I think it was pretty on par with
Really?
Toxic
I feel there was
Avenger.
less
Not
of it.
even.
I feel like there was less of it. I wouldn't say that they, in terms of intensity. I mean, he does punch down some girl's throat. Some head gets exploded. I know
Yeah.
that happens.
Dude, there's a
No,
lot.
the monster punches through the.
But
back
if you
of
think
some
about it,
woman's
like,
head.
yeah.
when-
Doesn't somebody go grab down
when the,
somebody's throat, pull something out?
No,
No.
that never
When the nerd
happened.
flies through the window and he hits the ground.
It's all the same to me.
Yeah, that's not violent.
Is that the same?
That wasn't
that
violent.
was the same window shot as Toxic Avenger, wasn't it?
I feel like
I'm
it
pretty
was.
it
sure
was.
was.
It was exactly the same.
But the way he lands, like, it's not very violent and he's still twitching and then he melts. And that gets violent. That looked really cool too. I like the way
Yeah.
he melted.
Oh yeah.
You know, it wasn't violent. That sex scene.
Like, I'm okay with. I think that was like maybe a funny thing that
It
they're
was
doing. Like
sensual.
we're gonna make it. We're gonna make this part sensual.
Until the friends come up.
Yeah. Then it got real violent.
Oh, the looks.
gotta
on,
get more
the
of this
looks on their
weed.
fucking faces too.
Yeah, dude, it's an atomic high, Kyle.
Huh?
It's Atomic High, Kyle. But where did you think I was going with it, Mike? You said you were like, oh.
No, I think there was less of it. I think there were less of it. I remember Toxic Avenger being like almost nonstop. Like somebody's getting like running over
arms getting ripped off.
Yeah,
kids'
just
heads
everything
getting
going
run
all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I wouldn't say like what I mean by intensity. Like that monster punching through that girl's head
was sick.
Yeah, that was sick. I mean, that was cool. Like it's the same type of violence. It just was a lot less of it.
A lot
Do you think
less
it was
of it.
spaced out more?
I think it was
or-
spaced
No.
differently.
I don't think that. I think honestly,
Plus-
there was way more violence in Toxic Avenger.
They had
than in this movie.
they had like a creature in this too, which they did not really have in.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't really add a whole
Yeah, but even
lot
the
of
cre-
like
even the
really crazy
creatures-
violence to
but
it.
it takes
Even the
money away
creatures-
from more of it more frequently.
But even the creature doesn't have like violent kills.
that
like, that are, like, over the top.
that creature
Except for
they
the head
never
punch.
the creature they never actually completed ate up $2 million of that budget.
no, not 2 million. But there was I don't know. I feel like there was a lot of effects in this and a lot of things that happened.
There was a lot of lasers.
There was a lot of
There's a
makeup.
whole lot of lasers.
A lot of makeup going on.
I thought the makeup actually looked really good.
Everybody looked like they were
Yeah,
going
so
to an
did I.
Arcade Fire concert.
And they did. What about that
An arcade
beach?
fire concert? I don't want to go to that concert.
What about that beach on the inside
Oh,
party?
the beach party on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
inside,
yeah,
the
yeah.
indoor beach party.
Yeah.
I was
party.
like, I want to go to one of
That
those.
sounds
right?
fun. We should throw an indoor beach party.
How offended was Chrissy when she saw that girl topless?
Oh my god!
Get over it.
She made sure that Warren wasn't looking,
That's right.
dude.
That's how pure those characters were.
Exactly.
They were.
What's going on? So good.
It is good. What else did you dislike about that I can defend this film on?
I said something, Mike. Go for it.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I feel like I've said everything that really bothers me about the film. There's no real story. I felt it was slow. I felt it was slow.
What?
Oh, I know one. Editing.
Editing, horrible
Horrible.
editing. There's one scene where it looks like they took a commercial break
Yeah.
and came back. Like it just quickly fades to black, and you're just like waiting to see a Hasbro commercial, and then nothing happens, and then they come right back, and a car gets crushed.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Editing was.
Yeah,
was,
there were especially the sex scene right before the sex scene when they're going back and forth. The camera jars so quickly because they obviously cut with one camera from like probably two scenes, but the camera is so it doesn't break the 180 rule, but it feels like it does. It feels like they just cover it the same. It's like the same shot from two different angles. Back of the dude's head, not the back of the dude's head.
Well,
like,
they do a lot of
it's like weird. It doesn't make.
they do like a lot of like cutaway shots too, to just random whatever, like hands doing this thing, and you know what I mean. Like they have a lot of those.
It has that quick editing style.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It also has like one of my favorite parts is at the end when the school like collapses, and it's just like they show like a corner of a random building collapsing, just the corner of it. I was like,
Yeah.
like for 10 sec, like not even 10 seconds, for like half a second. You're like, well, yeah, you needed that.
Maybe
It's-
there's just some like random footage somebody shot, and they're like, let's just put it in there.
Probably.
Yeah,
Like, I
I'm
feel
sure
like
they got
that's Stroma's
scrap
thing.
shit from wherever other shoots, maybe for other projects. They're just like left over. They're like, let's just use this footage. We can make it work.
Who's the best character? Who's everyone's favorite character?
None of them.
Excluding the Cretans, because we'll go over who our favorite Cretan is.
My favorite character is probably the friend, like with the afro. I don't remember what his name is in the film, but
Just because he's a wacky wild guy.
yeah, pretty much. The other ones are whatever leading people. So
Oh, I know my favorite.
Who?
The monster at the end that kills everything.
they're gonna be like the guy who made the credits.
I would think. I guess I would. If I had to pick one, I would probably agree with Chris. I thought his friend with the afro was like the most likable.
No one's a Chrissy fan. I'm a Chrissy fan. She's yeah.
I like.
I mean,
Chrissy.
I liked her because she was likable, but she's
I
not.
think both her and Warren are
Didn't really serve
likable.
it much of a purpose. I mean,
I
she's
like
just
them as
there.
the leading characters. I think they fit the role of like the perfect teen couple.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if there's any
Perfectly.
deeper meaning to be taken from this film, I guess it's that, like the fear of pregnancy and your first time
in the Cold War.
in the Cold War,
During the Cold
during
War.
the Cold War, because it happened a lot more during then. Society's gone downhill since then, so values
Who was your
destroyed.
favorite? Who was your favorite Cretan?
Spike for me.
What?
Yeah.
Is that
Ga-
the main
Gonzo's
guy?
my favorite.
It's the main guy.
Gonzo.
I love
Gonzo is the obvious choice because
See the
he's
one
just
with the
bone.
dark face?
Blackface. Let's
Blackface.
just say
He
what it
doesn't
is.
have blackface. He has tattoos.
Oh, really? And all those weird tribal things and things that had
And
nothing
he's
to
got
do
a-
with black.
he-
That wasn't
he's
a
got a
blackface
bone
thing.
and 2 giant
Yeah.
nose rings. And
Okay.
I actually really liked.
Sure.
You remember the German teacher that became a Cretan?
Yeah.
Yes.
I liked her because of her makeup. I thought the makeup.
Oh, really? I thought you were going to say because she's just hanging out in a junkyard in lingerie the rest of the
Oh, I'm
film.
fine with that too. That helps. But
She
honestly,
did. No, her part. She was the one with the the cracked kind of like I
spider
like that.
webby crack
I
looking
thought it was
thing.
really cool actually.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'll agree with that. Sure.
Kyle,
Cody, who's your favorite?
you don't have. I said Gonzo.
No, regular character.
Oh, regular character.
Oh, you
Chrissy?
said Chrissy, didn't
Yeah.
you? All right. What
Listen
do you
to
want
the
to
show.
ask me? What did you want to ask me?
Who's your favorite?
Of what?
Cretan.
A spy Spike.
I feel like Spike's so lame. I just hate the way he delivers his lines.
He can.
He's my least favorite person delivering lines.
He
in
has
movie.
the ability to make out with somebody and transform them into a gang member.
Yeah.
He actually had. He
That's
he
how
has
much
my,
weed he smokes,
Yeah.
Mike.
He has he has my favorite line in the movie, which is saying a lot, but it's when when the gang's all together outside the school and they're about to like sneak in. He like fires off the gun 3 times. He's like, "Quiet, guys.
Yeah.
We don't want to make a scene."
Yeah.
So stupid.
This movie's filled with lines like that. That's what
Yeah.
I mean, I can't name off probably even another one except for well,
What about the Fellini Festival?
the Fellini Festival
No,
one?
you know what? I laughed at that a lot.
And then
Fuck the Fellini Festival.
and then like I don't
So
give a he
good.
says I don't give a wet fart at the beginning. At the end he says I don't give a dry fart. He uses the same joke but changes it to dry instead of wet.
There you go.
That's comedy.
Kyle didn't get it with Sir Didymus, so why would he get it in Tromaville?
Yeah.
Why would he understand it in Tromaville?
Why would I?
Don't you love that they've created
I do.
a Ville?
They've created in a sense like Troma has done what Marvel is doing now and DC is trying to do.
Yeah, they're
They're the
they
same.
started it.
They started it in the film universe. They have a film universe. Tromaville is a fictional universe with characters in it
Sure,
and
I
repeating
guess.
characters.
I
in
mean,
it.
I would also say
How
that
come
like the
Toxic
Universal
Avenger didn't come
monsters,
to the
too, but
to the rescue at Tromaville High School?
he could have
he could have.
Why
Maybe they weren't.
didn't he?
Yeah,
because
maybe.
they haven't done that crossover yet.
But they
they've-
did crossovers, right? They did Kabuki Man and Toxic Avenger.
Yeah,
Did
he's
they
in
meet?
Kabuki's all in Sis and Toxie.
Yeah, right.
So yes,
No, I-
Kyle,
How's
agree.
Kabuki Man tie into
He's a trauma.
he's in
Class of Nukem
Tromaville
High though?
because it's all in the same city. Kyle,
Yeah,
Tromaville.
he's saying
Kyle.
everything is in Tromaville. There's a high school.
I know everything's in
yeah.
Tromaville, but
There's a nuclear power
is it
plant.
such a large town that
I would imagine.
Toxic Avenger had no idea that there was toxic waste
It's the
leaking
same.
into a high
It's
school?
the same size as Metropolis. It's in New Jersey.
Yeah, it's a small.
Sounds like it's
city.
a really small, borough or something.
No, it's the size of Metropolis.
Of Jersey.
I've decided.
No, I agree. If it's gonna be
because it looks like small town USA and fucking Toxic
It
Avenger.
looks like
Well,
small time USA
but you're
in
in
every
a
film.
you're in a different place in every adventure, a different part of Tromaville.
True.
So
This week we're 5 miles south of the previous film.
There you go.
Yeah.
exactly.
Completely new characters who've never met.
That's
or
their
know
new movie.
anybody else.
It's called Troma 8 Mile.
To be fair, we don't know where this
rap
film
battle.
takes place on the timeline. We don't know. Maybe Toxie hasn't been invented yet.
It's true.
Maybe the slime that came that they were cleaning up from the high school.
We don't
that's
know.
what they were transporting past the
Boom.
gym.
Ooh,
and then he
okay.
falls in and he's
There you
Toxic
go.
Avenger.
That makes
Maybe.
sense. I
Yeah.
like
Now,
that.
There you go.
Boom.
There you go.
Catch
Sure.
a little fan theory on you.
Sure. And how does Redneck Zombies tie into this now?
That was not.
That's not in Troma. That's not every Troma movie is
Yeah.
in the Troma
They
universe.
just distribute other people's films as
Yeah.
well.
But they do have films inside of a Troma universe.
Romeo and
and
Juliet
it's
take
usually
place
written or
in-
directed by Lloyd Kaufman or Michael Hertz. Like that. Like that's where it stems.
So there you go, Kyle.
Wow.
They're on par with Marvel.
Totally. Now that you've
Have
you've
Marvel.
woken me up to this.
Marvel
reality.
has Spider-Man. No, wait, Sony does.
Sony and Marvel now.
Yeah, no. Marvel has Spider-Man. Tromaville has Toxic Avenger.
Nothing.
Toxic
That's right.
Avenger.
They're like Marvel in that they stole the origin story from Daredevil for every character.
Not every character. I like it when the I like it when the friend is down in the bomb shelter and the ooze drips on the girl and she thinks it's something else.
Yeah. Oh, how dare you?
Which he actually gets toxic waste on him too, but nothing ever happens to those two, which is kind of weird because he falls into the crackers and
His face is covered in it.
and it is in his mouth.
Yeah.
They ran out of budget.
That's what it was.
That's what it is.
That scene was probably shot after the fact. They had to do some pickup shots.
They had to get a little bit more making out in the movie.
Yeah.
Ah, did you love how like always in the background kids are either
Making
dancing or making out?
Yes. I did notice
yeah.
that a lot.
That's another trauma
It's
thing.
funny. They're walking through the halls and everybody's just dancing, and there's not really any music going on.
No, but
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
no,
are you
I
fucking
disagree.
kidding? Are you kidding
there's
me?
There's never not music in this
There's-
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every
No.
from
But
start to
I
finish,
never-
it's
I never
just
get-
the
I
same
never
3
get the-
songs on repeat.
I never get the impression, based on how loud the music is in this whole film, that it's actually happening within the film.
It's
Yeah.
just background music.
There's no
Anywhere
way to
they're
tell.
at, there's speakers
think?
that's playing
there's
music.
There's one thing that will get you a point in the Cold Film Review from Cody, and that's having a theme song with the movie title in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's an automatic point.
Mm.
And this one has a great one.
And this one does have a great
When
one.
are we doing SWAT?
Does SWAT have a
Yeah,
with
do you
LL
remember
Cool
the-
J? I
the-
feel like
at the
LL
end of
Cool
it?
J would do it.
It was just like, SWAT, it's all action, hanging with Samuel L. Jackson. That
Yeah.
was the whole ending
Yes.
credits. It was great.
There you
But
go.
that's like, Men in Black. Men in Black it's gonna get a huge score
That's
because
right.
of that.
We should do just an entire week of Will Smith comedy action films.
Yeah, Wild West.
Wild West. We should do it and just sing the songs.
You know what's interesting about Wild Wild West? It's the only movie that I've ever actually fallen asleep in the theater.
That's a great. Is that on IMDb?
I fell asleep in the first 10 minutes, and I woke up in the last 10 minutes.
Is that one of the trivia on IMDb?
It is actually. Kyle Smith fell asleep during this.
Yeah, first movie Kyle Smith ever fell asleep through in the theater. What's the second? You'll just have to keep on reading trivia. So, you know what? Let's take a break, and when we come back, let's rate this Mammer Jammer. Hey guys, we're back, and we're gonna rate this Mammer Jammer. Chris, let's start off with you.
You just said Mammer Jammer twice in a row now.
So many Mammer Jammers in the house
we
tonight.
we Mammer Jammered out and then we Mammer Jammered in.
It's because it's a bad Mamma Jammer.
Sometimes you just gotta Mammer Jam.
Wait, so you're putting me on the spot right now?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I want to know.
What are we rating it again?
Atomic Highs.
Atomic joint?
Atomic High in the movie.
Yeah.
So Atomic Highs.
Class of Nukem High. I'm gonna give it 3 Atomic Highs. It's not a great film if you don't already like the Trauma universe. Like you're just not gonna be that into it. It's like what Cody always says. Like it's definitely a film you could put on in the background, and people are gonna be like, "What the hell is going on?" at any given time. But you really have to be a fan, I feel like, of Trauma material to like this film. I wouldn't say I love this film, so I have to just stick right with a 3. There is some really memorable stuff in here, and it entertains me for sure. But I'm not in a hurry to go out and watch it again.
Kyle?
1.
Damn.
One Atomic
Tell
High.
us all the reasons you liked it.
I don't know. I got nothing to say. It's the movie. It has some moments of entertainment. Yes. The poor writing and like total lack of plot, story, all that shit just annoys the shit out of me about this movie. And I mean, I didn't feel like it was over the top to be like Trauma. It was like they held back. So I'm doing 1. I gave a better rating to Toxie because I think that's a better film. It's a much better film than this one. I think I gave that 3.
Too low.
This is 1.
Too low.
1.
Mike?
All right, look, I've never made it a secret. I am not a fan of Trauma films. I never really have been. But
Not what it said in your yearbook, but whatever.
yeah, right.
What was his quote?
See you in
Trauma
Traumaville.
for life.
Yeah.
In 1982?
No, it was written on stone like the Flintstones.
Yep.
Chiseled.
Yeah,
Chiseled right in there.
Anyways, I look back on my I gave Toxie a 2. I did not like this film as much as I even like Toxie, as much as I disliked that film. So I'm gonna give it a 1 as well with Kyle.
God, you guys aren't getting very high on this atomic
Nope.
No.
film, huh?
You guys are a bunch of buzzkills.
Okay.
No, I think it's if you're a Trauma fan, this is definitely going to be up your alley. It's pretty fun. It's just stupid, and it's again, yeah, you can play it in the background, but this is one I'll watch over again because I keep on finding new jokes every time I watch it. I'm a fan of this film, but I still don't think it's as good as Toxic Avenger. Also, so I'd have to give it 3.5. 3.5 atomic highs.
God bless America, limp dick.
All right, guys, so let's do it. I want to play a game, and I want us to pick our top 5 films of 1986. The fifth one being the 5th best film, all the way down to number 1, which is the best film of 1986.
Do it.
In our opinions.
In our opinions.
Yeah, but your opinion can be wrong.
Based on who?
Based on me and the placement of where it's at. All right, guys, so Kyle, we're going to start with you, and then we'll go around. What's the number 5 film for you?
Number 5, I'm giving that to Manhunter.
Wow. Not on my list.
Not on
a
my
great
list
film,
either.
man.
It is a really good movie.
Fantastic. And
Really good movie, but there's a lot of great films in 1986.
Yeah, it turns out.
Is it because it's
My
Hannibal Lecter's first appearance in a film?
not necessarily. I think it's an outstanding portrayal of the story of the Tooth Fairy, and it's just a really well-made, suspenseful film.
Well, and they remade it.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah.
No.
If you guys didn't see it. Chris, number 5?
Okay, tough decision. Number 5 for me is going to be Short Circuit.
Circuit.
Not on my list.
I'm,
Not either.
Were you about to say you're shocked?
I don't know if I am a little shocked because I don't think the movie really holds up that hard anymore.
We'll cover
No.
it. We'll cover it at some point. I guarantee.
But it is a nostalgic thing for me because I loved that film as a kid. So
Yeah, I wouldn't even put that on my list.
Mike,
Mike, what movie would you pick that I wouldn't put on my list? Because everybody's doing that right now.
Well, I'd like to note that since I'm the only one old enough to remember 1986,
Because you were 35.
I was 35, but I look the youngest on the podcast.
He says that because no one can see us.
That's how this works. No, I'm going to also go by. One of the things I'm also going by is the films that I remember loving at this time as well.
Yeah.
So that has something to do with it. My number 5 is The Golden Child, and I fully understand that is not Eddie Murphy's best film by a long shot.
It's his second best
totally
film.
aware.
That film still holds a very soft spot in my heart. I really like
Not
that
on my
film.
list.
I don't think it's on anybody's list anywhere.
No, so
I don't think
my
it's on Eddie Murphy's
my
list
number
either.
5 also is a touchy-feely movie for me that I love, and it shouldn't be in my top 5 because of how many great movies came out in 1986. But it's Highlander.
Oh,
Highlander is my number
Cool.
number
Yeah,
5.
no, man.
see
Not on
that.
my
Good
list.
film.
Yeah, I didn't
Good
even
film.
see it on there.
Great movie.
Good film.
Should be on
Good
yours.
film.
You guys should look that one up.
All of Cody's should be on ours, and none of ours should be on ours.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless I picked it.
Cody, can you just text us all the lists so we can read it off?
Kyle, number 4.
Number 4 is going to be Short Circuit.
Oh,
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
that
Not
movie,
even on my list.
That movie was one of my favorite movies to watch when I was a kid. I would rent that constantly.
Yeah, but I'm afraid
In
if I
video
watch
store.
it, it's not going to hold up, and it's
You
going
know
to
what?
crush all my childhood memories.
I've honestly watched it within the last 5 years, and it's still pretty good.
No, 5 years is too long. Chris, number 4.
5 years too long.
Okay, number 4 for me is Money Pit.
Yeah, I'm so happy that's on your list.
High.
This movie's so good.
I know. I love Tom Hanks comedy, man. Like,
I miss Tom Hanks comedy. It was great.
so good. Yeah, Money Pit's. I mean, it's a classic. We've all
It's
probably seen
fantastic.
it. It's
So many great scenes.
yeah. It just goes by super fast when I watch it too. That's how I know I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, number 4
Yeah, no question. Aliens is on this list. Aliens.
is
Great.
number
Too low.
too low.
Too
Way
low.
too low.
Hey, wait until you hear my other picks, guys. You don't even know.
Yeah,
you
they're
don't
gonna-
even know.
They're gonna
First
suck.
one's gonna be like the third version of Les Miserables that was
Yeah.
made.
Directed by Jonathan Demme.
My number 4 has to be Pretty in Pink.
Good choice.
I mean,
I debated
yeah.
on that one too. I did. It's a good film.
Here's the
Dude,
thing
it's such a good movie.
let's just say, here's the thing about this year. There were a lot of films we had to boot.
Mhm.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
year of
Go
movies.
look it up. You'll see how many awesome films
This
came
is a
out.
great year for film.
Despite the fact that Class of Nuke 'Em High came out, actually good stuff happened in 1986.
It didn't ruin everything.
Kyle, number 3.
Aliens.
Oh,
Too low.
At the third
dang.
spot, it's a good spot. It's better than 4.
That it is.
It is.
Chris.
There's no doubt.
Aliens.
Yes!
How? How is Aliens coming up so early?
Oh, I don't know. I love it. It's a great film, but I don't think it gets the number 1 spot for me.
You're so full of shit, Mike. Number 3.
Number 3, we just did it. Labyrinth.
Wow.
I mentioned it on the show.
Dance Magic Dance,
I
Mike.
watched this film so much that tape was.
You said 100 times.
The tracking was burned out on that VHS.
Yeah, was
It's
that
gone.
was that a sad day for Michael?
Yeah.
Sad day for Michael.
Number 3 for me has to be The Fly.
Interesting.
choice.
Great movie. It just
is.
doesn't have any kind of I don't know, an emotional thing for me, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Sure.
Kyle. Number 2.
Number 2 is gonna be Stand By Me.
Oh,
Wow.
That
You
movie-
put that up. Mm.
Yeah, I put that one
No,
above
Stand By Me
Aliens.
is a great film. It's a great
dude,
film.
I used to watch that movie all the time.
All the
And
time.
Yeah.
it was one of my dad's favorite movies. Used to watch it with him. Like we always had a tape.
We just always wanted to find a dead body.
no, it's a good movie, and
It
it's
is a
one
good
of the
movie.
it's one of the few great Stephen King movies.
Roll your eyes again, Mike. I'll slap you.
I don't know my
Kyle.
eyes.
Slap
or
the headphones
Chris,
off your nose.
Chris, go ahead. Number 2.
Number 2 for me is The Fly.
A little high, but okay.
a little high.
Um,
If it's not low, it's high. That's all I'm saying.
I remember this film it used to come on USA all the time when I was a kid, which was just like Channel 32 cable station.
Yeah, I remember that.
And although it was edited down a little bit, like there's something about the mood of this film, about the style of this film, about the effects in this film that just grosses me out and creeps me out. So for me, 1986, and Cronenberg, it's a shoo-in for me on number 2.
Mike, number 2.
Number 2, my favorite Star Trek film of all time.
Oh my god.
Star Trek: The Voyage Home.
That's way too high.
That
That
is
doesn't even be on the
way
list.
Hey, this is
love
subjective.
this film.
You can still be wrong.
I can still tell you no.
I love Star Trek: The Voyage Home.
Oh man.
Love it.
Number 2 for me is Big Trouble in Little China.
Too high on the list.
Are you crazy?
high?
I'm just kidding.
wrong?
I just wanted to say it. I just wanted to say it because it sounded ridiculous.
Chris hadn't said it yet. He wanted to
Yeah.
get it out of
Yeah.
his system.
Yeah.
Big Trouble in Little China is just, I mean, come on. It's Big Trouble in Little China. I wouldn't be upset if it's somebody's number 1. Kyle, you're number 1?
Big Trouble in Little China.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's a good placement.
We know you've gushed about how this is your childhood fantasy to be.
It's not my childhood fantasy.
To
This
be
was
surrounded by ninjas.
as Mike described Sesame Street, what he watched growing up. Like when I would get home from kindergarten, I would watch Trouble in Little China like almost daily.
Mike learned to read from Sesame Street, and you learned to act like Jack Burton.
Yeah, it's like
There you
why
go.
does Kyle you're at a parent teacher conference, the teacher's just like, why does Kyle keep talking like John Wayne? What's wrong with him? He's just slurring and drawing.
He keeps saying there's checks in the mail.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
understand.
I don't understand it. Third time, I
Where's he
asked
getting
him.
these checks?
I asked him who was the first president of the United States, and he said, "Check is in the mail."
Why is he always wearing why is he always wearing
Why is he always
Tank
wearing
tops?
tank tops
Yeah,
with
Why is he?
kabukis
He's
on
got a
them?
boot or a knife in his boot and everything.
Those aren't allowed
A
in
boot in his
school.
knife.
Boot in his
That'd
knife.
be more like it. His
Got an
knife
old
is
boot
so
in the
big.
knife.
The old boot and the knife.
All right, Chris. You're number 1.
Guess what? It's not Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, not even on
I
your
like
list.
how you're bragging about that,
Yeah.
like you're cool or
It's
some
probably
shit.
some, it's probably some
It's
piece
very
of crap
hipster,
movie.
right, Mike? It's a hipster way to
Such
think
a
about
hipster
it.
thing to do.
Tell us which
All
one
right,
it is. Is it
it's Stand By Me.
okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Dude.
can't be wrong.
Yeah.
I can't hate on
Another
that.
fantastic film.
You and I have been pretty in line, I think,
I
with
feel
our
like it's a
picks.
little
Maybe
high.
it's where from our childhoods, our
Yeah.
shared childhoods.
Being cousins, and it helps. It's in the blood.
Yeah,
I
but
mean-
you're right. I love the adventure story of Stand By Me.
Yeah.
And like that's such an important age. Like I've always wanted to make a film where it's like they're about 12, 13.
Yeah, 'cause
Like going on an adventure, there's some danger, but it's like they're facing the elements. Like
it's cool too, because isn't at the end of that film, they basically go off to high school right after that,
Yeah.
and it's like
they lose touch.
they
like,
lose their friendship. That bond is gone.
Mhm.
It's a
Kiefer
great
Sutherland's in it.
Kiefer is in it. Yeah, he's awesome.
Go Kiefer.
Oh, Kiefer. Joaquin Phoenix, I believe, he's in that, isn't he?
No, River Phoenix.
River Phoenix.
Yeah.
Wesley-
Get your Phoenixes right.
Wesley Crusher's in it.
Wesley Crusher.
All right.
What's his name? Jerry O'Connell?
Yeah, Jerry
They're all in
Connell.
there. They're all in there. All our favorites.
Mike, number
My
one.
number one, Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
Easy.
It's not a bad placement for it.
Easy.
What's
But
your number one?
My number one is obviously Aliens.
Yeah,
How could that not be number one for people? That movie is like the
The movie is fantastic.
No, it's a great film. I could not. There's no way I wasn't putting it on my list.
That's why it was number 3 for me.
Should be in your fucking top 2.
Sorry.
Your top 2.
Sorry.
Your
two.
top 1.
Anyone's got any honorable mentions?
I do.
Oh,
I
did
do as
too.
well. I think we all have them.
out.
I do, and this one's
How many?
gonna-
1 or 2?
This one's going to come
One.
out of left field, but The Manhattan Project.
Good movie though.
All right.
I
Fantastic
enjoy
movie.
that
I
movie.
don't think I've ever seen it.
Chris?
Really? John Lithgow, kid builds a nuclear
But
bomb.
yeah, dude, you ever seen that?
Yeah, it's actually a good movie.
I've never seen it. No.
Oh,
no.
watch it.
Especially that end there.
You guys are gonna
That is
fuck.
so good.
You guys are gonna make fun of me for this one.
Oh yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
An American Tale.
I
Five-O
mean,
goes
No,
west.
no.
No,
No.
The first one, which is really, they're all really sad,
They're
Chris.
really
Go
sad.
back and watch them. They're really
I
depressing.
know that but I liked them as like I remember.
You
loving
can't
those
can't
films.
capture it as a kid, but you don't realize that he's a Jewish immigrant living in a horrible like going to America.
Yeah, it's exactly what I
Like
thought.
then you're like, oh shit.
You know that movie. Honestly, like my brothers were way into that movie, but I like for some reason never watched it growing
I
up.
think it was
I
too
did.
old for you. Maybe 5 Goes West. I like that one.
That
too.
one I
Oh,
do
that was the
remember.
better one.
Yeah.
The sequel's better.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
I think it is better, but it wasn't on. It wasn't made.
Give
in
him the
1986.
lazy eye. Mike, my honorable mention.
Honorable mention, Top Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a hard one not to put on.
I
the
had a
list.
hard time. Yeah, I mean,
I'm
I
right
had
there
to put
with
it on
you.
there. There was a few on there. The Fly was on there. I mean, there was a bunch on there. that I
Mine
wanted
was
to. but-
mine was Stand by Me. That was my honorable mention.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's, it's just
That was one of
it
mine,
really
too.
is a good movie, but like you know me, I'm fun.
There is one more I wrote down that's like a guilty pleasure. Poltergeist 2.
You sure you didn't write
The
that
other
down?
side.
You didn't write that down as
That's
more
cool.
of a
That's
joke.
the one where isn't that the
Yeah.
one where he drinks the tequila?
Were
He
you
throws
guys
up the
The
worm.
worm.
Yeah.
No, that's the
Is that the first one or the
That's
second
the third
one?
one. At that.
the third one.
Oh man, I
No,
don't
no,
know.
no, no.
Wait, the third one's with
Well,
the high rise, right?
Second one is with the Fred Phelps looking dude.
Okay.
That's also the third one. That's the main bad guy. Whatever his fucking name
He
is.
does show up again, doesn't he, in the third one?
Yeah. Well, technically, he's the bad guy in the first one as well.
You never see him.
You
though.
never see him, but he's described by.
That's true. And then I guess
the light, baby.
at the end when it comes out of the closet, actually that does kind of look like him now that
Yeah.
I think about it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. That film still creeps me out. The ringing phone, the old man, you think they've gotten away and it just keeps following him. I thought it was pretty good. Third one's a mess, but whatever.
All right, guys, that's our show for this week. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at cultfilm_review. You follow us on Instagram at cultfilm_review. You can also follow us on Facebook. You can follow Mike at
Mike Salustio on Twitter or writing about film at friendlyneighborhoodfilmmaking.com.
Hey, he did it.
I did it.
He did it.
I did it good.
Guys, if you have any fan pics, please let us know. Send them to one of our things. We are always looking for more fan pics. And remember, if you're going to join a cult, make sure they watch good movies. We'll catch you next week.